do, comic bros? It's your boy, Super Duper Sean, and this is Power of Comics. And today, we just got a few popular topics that's been circulating in the comic book world, and I want to talk about it. You know, I want to give my 2 cents in on some of the big news that's been circulating through the industry. But before I do that, I need y'all to hit that like button. If you really rock with your boy, if you really want to support me, just hit that like button. I ain't asking for no Cash App. I ain't asking for no donation. I ain't dropping no Venmo. Just hit that like button. It's free and it costs you nothing. If you like the way I talk my talk, if you like the way I swing and dip, hit that like button, man. It's your boy. And without further ado, let's get it, man. So the first topic that I want to talk about, when this news dropped, I was like, no way, this can't be. I have been waiting since I believe 2017. Since 2017, after I went to the movies to see the first theatrical release of the Power Rangers movie, because there is a rumor circulating that Power Rangers movie is being developed by Paramount Pictures. And I'm like, if you know SUPA, everybody know SUPA love the Power Rangers. The Boom series is amazing. It's near dear to my heart, and I have damn near every hardcover that Boom has put out for the Power Rangers. Big fan growing up of the Power Rangers. Loved everything. You could not say nothing wrong, or you could not say nothing bad about my Green Ranger. If you did, it was up. I wanted to dance like Zach, wear a ponytail like Tommy, and I wanted to be smart like Billy, you know? You know what I mean? And have hands like Jason. Power Rangers gets announced for this theatrical release. It's a rumor, but we gotta talk about it. Now, what story should they do? Well, before we get into that, let's talk about the one that came out in 2017, right? I thought it had pretty good production. I like the suits. I like the actors. Why didn't nobody go see it though? Think about it. Why didn't nobody go see the Power Rangers movie? You get one shot at it, right? Because this is a franchise that has not really had any success as of lately, right? Besides the comic book. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't get no animated series. After the early 2000s, it died out and it was completely gone. If you get a chance to revive something, you have to use the most potent storyline that's in that. So the reason why it didn't pop, because they didn't do the Green Ranger saga, man. They should have done the Green Ranger saga as their first movie, and that movie would have popped off. That movie would have popped off. You know what I mean? Rita Repulsa wasn't strong enough for the big screen. I mean, I don't even think they really even had Goldar in there. Did they even have Goldar in there? I can't remember. I haven't seen it in a while, but yo, if you're gonna do a Power Rangers movie, you must do the Green Ranger saga. That is the only way I see this popping off. Reader's Rewind came out, right? What did people say? Why can't we pick the Green Ranger? Why do we have to beat the game to be the Green Ranger? People didn't even want to beat the game to play as the Green Ranger. They wanted him now. They wanted him now. And we didn't want to have to watch one full movie, go see a Power Rangers movie with no Green Ranger. Nah, you gotta empty the clip right now because you haven't had success. You gotta give it your best right now. One shot. One shot. The Green Ranger saga is the only way to go if we're talking Power Rangers. To JDF, rest in peace, man. We will do this movie justice. Paramount. If y'all can get Sonic popping, like it's popping, we can get the Rangers popping. Kyle Higgins gave you a blueprint. He got some of the best Power Rangers comics you can find, some of the best stories you can find. And that sets you up for something later in the franchise. For now, stick to the basics, do that Green Ranger saga, Green Ranger coin, and get it popping. Next movie, introduce the White Ranger. Come on, man. It's right there in front of your face. Get this moolah. Let's keep it moving. Oh, also, Boom series just dropped a new Power Ranger series called Power Ranger Prime, and they got some badass suits in Power Rangers Prime, y'all. If you're not reading Power Rangers Prime right now, you're missing out. It is fire. I'm loving this series. Tell me what y'all think about these suits in the comment section. Let's keep it moving. Next, we got a Sony exec, Tony Vincera. Says Kraven was probably the worst launch we had. I still don't understand because the film is not that bad. Yo, Tony! Let me holler at you, Tony. Yo, Sony! Let SUPA holler at you real quick. Come in, see me. I need you to come closer because I really need you to get what I'm about to say. I really need you to get what I'm about to say. Now, I know I probably don't got a degree like you and whatever degree you got to sit up there and run Sony. But one thing I do know, and that's about my Spider-Man, my superheroes. And that's a fact. I got a PhD in that. And that's a fact. But the reason why people didn't go see Kraven, I wouldn't seen it, but I'm a diehard, right? So I represent a small percentage. Now, a movie can't run off diehards. You get what I'm saying? They can't. They have to bring them casual fans in. They have to bring that person in that is not too familiar with it, but is willing to check it out. Because it's more people like that in the world than it is diehards. You got to get their butts in the seat. Kraven is just not strong enough of a villain to stand on his own. See, he's not Venom. Venom could do that. Venom has the cool design. Venom has the alien voice. Venom has the big spider on his chest. Kraven just don't got the sauce. He does not have the sauce like that to appeal to people that's not fully in tune with this genre. Now, of course, I like the movie. I like what they did with Kraven. I like how they made him protector of the wildlife, protector of the motherland. I thought that was the best way you can go with that character without involving Spider-Man. Now, I just said the key factor in all this. You used a Spider-Man villain without Spider-Man being in the movie, and people did not like it because they associate Kraven with Spider-Man. Kraven doesn't do this. The character Kraven hunts Spider-Man. The character Kraven hunts prey. The character Kraven makes his name is at his best when he's hunting other heroes. People who grew up on like the Spider-Man, the animated series and stuff like that, that are just like maybe animated watchers, not really in the comics and stuff like that, they can't see past, yo, this is not Kraven if Spider-Man's not on the screen. They can't see past that. And you can't blame them for that. I was able to sit down and I was able to enjoy the movie. I've always liked Kraven as a character, and I think it shows grit. I think it shows grit to take a character, bring him out of his comfort zone, and build his own world around him. People are like, yo, we want to see Spider-Man. He's not big enough to stand on his own, and that was the problem. So the movie could have been phenomenal, which it was not bad. It was not bad. It was actually pretty good. And they had Chameleon in that joint. That was a good taste, but when a character just don't got that it factor, that sauce, you can dress it up all you want. Empty calories, baby. We aren't buying. Most people are just like, man, I was just playing the Spider-Man PlayStation game and we just fought Kraven to the death in that game. We had a battle with Kraven. That probably was their last interaction with the character, was from PS5's Spider-Man, when you had to kick his ass. So it probably left a bad taste in people's mouth when they say you take the character and you basically ignore the lore, make it your own, and still call it Kraven, when they say Kraven's not Kraven unless he's fighting Spider-Man. I don't believe that, but that's the majority. That's how they think. Let's keep it moving. I should have done a Carnage film if y'all was going to do Spider-Man villains film. Now Carnage has the sauce. I guarantee if y'all would have done a Carnage movie, it would have been better received than a Kraven movie. Let's keep it moving. We got some news in Marvel Comics. Jonathan Hickman, Marvel Comics is resurrecting its outer space superhero team, the Imperial Guard, for 2025 saga, coinciding with Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four movie, Galactus. House of X's Jonathan Hickman appears to be resurrecting X-Men spin-off idea in Imperial. And I quote, "I was going to do an Imperial Guard book with Bobby and Sam, and it was going to be them on the other side of all of that technology stuff, and the Shi'ar and the Imperial Guard and Starjammers would have been part of it, I'm sure." Hickman said on the X-Plane the X-Men podcast in 2022, but it would have been a big space book seeding all of that. So we're getting a big cosmic X-Men book in 2025 by Jonathan Hickman. Yo, and it seems like he's gonna have full creative control. See, that's what messed up Jonathan Hickman's X-Men run. It was so many people involved. So many people had their hands in the cookie jar when he was trying to cook. And then that's what made it all over the place, because damn it, House of X, Powers of X was a freaking classic. It's so good. It's so good. We were so hyped for this run after that 12-issue limited series, dog. And the Krakoa era wasn't bad. It just wasn't great. And it's like, this is Jonathan Hickman. This is Hickman we talking about, man. I do this shit like sports. Hickman is a max player. You feel me? Hickman is a max player when it comes to writers. And you give him the X-Men? What? What? Man. Too many hands in the cookie jar. Leah Wilson, Jerry Duggan. Even though I like some of his stuff, Zeb Wells. It was a lot of people in the kitchen during his run. He barely touched on his ideas from House of X, Powers of X. It was totally different. And then when we did get some of the stuff from House of X, Power X, it was way, way deeper into the run. And by that time, it was so much garbage out, we didn't even give a shit. And that's for real. But Imperial, are y'all excited for this? Let me know in the comment section. I know when Hickman goes cosmic, it usually turns out to be a blast. So we're going to get the Starjammers. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get some Galactus. We're going to get some Silver Surfer. I love cosmic comics. I think y'all got the right guy to do it. Summer 2025, I will be locked in. Let's keep it moving. Next, we got another quote from exec Tony Vincera. Let's see what he's talking about. SONY CEO Tony Vincera blames the media for Madam Web underperforming in theaters. Madam Web underperformed in the theaters because the press just crucified it. It did great on Netflix. For some reason, the press decided they didn't want us making these films. Yo, man, I'm not gonna lie. When I heard they was making a Madam Web film, I was like, you mean an old hag in Spider-Man that sends him the time travel and stuff like that? Like, yo, first of all, you got a Spider-Man lookalike that you guys are beating up on in the movie. Come on now. You know people ain't gonna take kindly to y'all beating up Spider-Man like that. So, if you're going to build this lore and build this origin story about her, you were better off getting a better villain and building your own, going original. If you read the Straczynski run on Spider-Man, Ezekiel, that's a Spider-Man villain. You know what I'm saying? So they're picking and choosing, they're just plucking and plucking, and they're trying to build stuff, and it's just not working out. It's just not working out. Madam Web's one of them characters that's not strong enough to stand on her own. She don't have the sauce like that. And I get it. I get it. You added 3 other Spider-Man characters in there, and I did love the casting, but I hated the villain. I hated that. I hated it. It looks like you guys were just beating up on Spider-Man. Y'all actually had somebody in a Spider-Man suit walk up and shank somebody with a knife. Just $150, homie. $150, homie. Like, people are watching it like, what are they doing to Spider-Man? You got Spider-Man looking like a hoodlum on screen. Because even though you're saying we know that it's Ezekiel, man, the motherfucker is dressed up like Spider-Man, man. It is. Madam Web should have had her own villain. Original villain that we've never heard of. If you're gonna take these smaller characters, so to speak, treat them like our bigger characters and give them their own rogue gallery. Make them, build them. Don't just pluck one from, and Ezekiel doesn't even look like that in the comics. Like, he didn't even look like that. But this movie was doomed from the start. It was doomed from the start. How do you guys feel about these rumors, dog? How do y'all feel about the Power Ranger movie? We need that Green Ranger saga. Stop playing with me, man. Right now, we need it. How do y'all feel about these rumors? Holla at your boy. I'm your host, Super Duper Deuces.